Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to look at some more of the production. This is a whole lot of footage that I was not aware of. I don't think many people are aware of this footage existing, but thank you very much to Dune for sending it to me on Discord. We're going to take a look. If you guys haven't watched the previous video that I made on like the how it's made homemade Pokemon cards, there's a link to that up above and down in the description. That'll go a little bit more in detail on the equipment that's actually used by Millennium Print Group. A lot of the clips that we're about to see are from Millennium Print Group as well. So this is interesting. We haven't seen anything in terms of modern Pokemon cards, how they're made, pretty much at all, other than the stuff that's on the Millennium Print Group website, the little clips that they show. I'm kind of surprised that this even exists, that they were allowed to make this. But we're going to go through it. Unfortunately, I am going to have to overlay some music on here because the music that is played is not exactly friendly. There's not a whole lot of talking. This is basically just a run through. So we're going to give some commentary on the way through, let you guys know what's going on, what I think, what's the deal here. So this is I guess the end result. We're looking at the Pokemon Center vending machine. I still haven't seen one of these. I don't think they have them in Canada. I think it's probably more of a thing in the US. Let me know down below if you have one of these near you. What country you're from. Kind of feel like I'm missing out. It'd be pretty fun to pop that out of the vending machine. So if this gives you an idea of what era we're dealing with here, we got Ultra Prism. Pretty nice pack actually. $3.99 for a pack of Ultra Prism, and you get a full art Mars in it. That's a pretty good day. I'm not sure how much that card is now at this point, but we're going to look at 10 months before a set releases. We got this little montage here of one of the Pokemon trading card game employees that's walking down a staircase or two. So this would be at the actual headquarters. We got card creation coming up here. Some of the text flashes pretty quick. Product development. Final expansion card list is created. Templating meeting. Cross-checking for consistent, concise, unambiguous text. Receiving card assets from creatures. So, for anyone that doesn't know, they're bringing this stuff over from the Japanese side of things, and it's crazy to me after watching this and after kind of understanding the differences that are going on here in English, like how much extra work they put into this rather than just translating. So there's a lot of stuff that is borrowed, the artwork, the assets, etc. But a lot of it's changed up, especially the packaging. For some reason, they want to do all new packaging in English rather than just translating it. Same with textures and stuff. So here's textures. This is pretty wild. It's crazy to me that they don't just send over the files with the textures on it and translate one-to-one with the same equipment. But here they are adding the texture lines depending on the limbs and sections of the Pokemon that are going to be textured. Pretty wild stuff. Here's I guess the comparison. It must be just like, I don't know if it's a difference in like the software that they're using, that they have to do that, or the equipment that they're using, but it seems like a lot of unnecessary work. We see all the different layers here. All the white layers that you see are basically to prevent the hollow foil from coming through. So we've seen an error or two where that white layer isn't there, and you can see the hollow foil through, or the white layer is very, very light. We got revisions after revisions, apparently. So you got to see. There's probably a lot of proofreading that's going on here. So when an error does happen, we got the process, TCG Creative. Here's the Japanese product. Pretty cool. So I guess we're taking some images from there to create some artwork in English. See, like, this part is wild to me. I can't, like... I kind of knew it was a thing, but you wouldn't think that that there would be a whole new, brand new, from scratch development on product packaging. But that's what they do. That's how they do it. Ultra Prism. There's choosing the set name, drawing up some set logos. So there's 2 sets in Japanese that are combined into 1 set in English. I guess they have to come up with a new name or a combination of the 2 names of the sets that are making up the main set. So I kind of see the need for this. I still don't understand why we don't have like one-to-one releases with Japan at this point in time. I think the Japanese sets are probably large enough, but maybe just the English side of things is so used to having a release the way they do, less frequent and larger, that it's just stuck like that and will always be like that. We get the Lapras. So this is really cool. We can see like a bunch of different like concept logos for Ultra Prism. Which one they're choosing. Refining the details on the Ultra Prism logo. We got the expansion files. It's crazy how much they're actually showing on screen here, like between contacts and the process itself and the files and everything else. I don't think we've ever seen anything like that. We got PBM graphics there. A little pip-plep window. It's pretty cool. All right, it's printing time. We got pre-press time. Forbidden Light. So here are the files, and this is like how I always say time and time again, like without the actual files, without the extremely expensive equipment, nobody's making fake cards that are one-to-one exact replicas. You need the files to do it. So before they go into larger batches, they create these sheets. This is pretty cool. So I don't know if I've seen this before, but they have like the card stock that has the artwork for the booster packs themselves. Proofing time. So they create proofs. They check the proofs extensively to make sure everything's good. Because once the plates are made, that's how the cards are coming out, without creating a new set of plates. All right. So here's our printing plates that go into the big boy printing press. One for each color. And this is what's going to pump out the large volume that they need in order to produce this many cards. Before printing, we got lamination. So this is cool. I didn't know that they actually did this in-house, but apparently they apply the hollow foil themselves. I was under the impression that this was coming, or maybe it did at one point come from the manufacturer of the cardstock, but it seems they're putting their own on there. We got the lovely hollow pattern from Sun and Moon getting pumped out. Stacks and stacks. All right, it's printing time. We get the printing presses, the big boys. All right, getting the paper all nice and straightened out. Loading the press, slapping that bad boy with a hockey puck, apparently. Alright, so they get the plates loaded in there, and that's how it knows where to put the different colors. The ink, this is a little bit different than the trough that we saw before in our previous video, how it's made. We get the final proof. We've seen the scanner at the end of the line too, and that'll basically tell them what the color is doing, what's going on, before they ramp it up into oblivion. So I don't know if they just do that, a quick check beforehand each time. So here's comparing the proof to the printing press copy. Approved by JM apparently. Card finishing time. So here's why all our cards are off center currently. Everyone's seen the little dots there, the alignment dots. Nice stream of air to get the sheets separated from one another so it doesn't pull multiple sheets through. Like this is a makeshift little guide here to hold the sheet down. It's just made out of another sheet of Pokemon cards. Sending them off. So anyone that's concerned about handling the cards a little bit rough when you're opening the packs, this is what they go through beforehand. So they've been slapped around in all kinds of machinery. The corners getting cut off here. Oh yeah. Checking the border thickness. I don't know how often do they do this. If they do it just at the start of a run and then they let it rip. Pretty cool. Just stacks and stacks, sending them off to quality control. The code cards, we've seen this before, but the machinery that was doing it was not quite the same. So maybe they changed it, or maybe this is PBM and not Millennium Print Group. But it was a much less intense system that we saw on the Millennium site. Scanning all the codes. If the codes fail, they get tossed down below. It's pretty wild that many are failing. Oh, I guess it doesn't. Maybe that was just a bad section where it showed a few failed ones in a row. Booster packs. This is cool because we haven't really seen this, at least for Pokemon directly. We saw it with some of the other products that we could make a comparison, but very cool that this is all getting done in-house here. We've seen wraps get released into the public as well, especially in the WotC days, the base set wrap. Some people that have a roll of it and they cut it up and people put it on display. We saw there where he's taping 2 rolls together, so the odd chance that you get a red strip or a black strip on your booster pack, it's probably that. It just snuck through quality control. We got the humidity control. So here we go. This is pretty wild. So you can see here what cards they're putting into each tower so that it predetermines what's going to be in each pack. And this is why I tell everyone all the time, the pull rates on certain products are not any better or worse. It's going to come out in this way. This is why you're going to have 36 packs in a row that are going to go into a booster box, so it's more consistent. If they're 36 loose packs from all over the place, you might get better or worse, but on average it's going to be the same thing. They don't switch this up for different products. We got the stop tape. The stop tape was not put on there by Wizards of the Coast, guys. Don't get duped. Alright, we got the theme decks. This is cool. Theme decks are kind of like the coolest packaging that the Pokemon Company has, in my opinion, but also kind of the most consistent and least exciting product, maybe. So we got the foil sheet with the white layer printed on there, colors printed over top. They're always like embossed as well. These embossing plates to make the Pokemon stand out, which is pretty wild because like it's got to be a pretty crazy expense in order to do that. But it's weird that they don't do something cool like that for the actual booster boxes. I think people would go absolutely nuts if booster boxes looked as good as theme decks do. We got our components here for the theme deck getting slapped in there. Pretty crazy. We had a little shim there. There was a little Pokemon card shim as well. Very, very neat. Cards getting spit out. The coins and the dice and all that stuff are made in China, so I don't think they even add the foil layer on. I think that all comes the way it is. You might see certain products that are harder for them to reprint for that reason. When there was a shortage, when they couldn't get that stuff. Same with the gold cards from the Celebrations ETB, or not Celebrations ETB, the Celebrations UPC rather. Pretty cool there. We get to see how the boxes are shrink wrapped. I'd imagine the booster boxes are probably something the same. It's warehouse time, storage shipment. So as I've said many times, usually if cards are getting released a month or more in advance of a set release, they're probably being stolen from the print facility, the warehouse, or somewhere in between. But we got Mega Absol EX pin boxes here. It's pretty cool to see the different shaped ones. The ETB flat cases and the booster boxes definitely stand out. Just an insane amount of Pokemon cards. Wrapping them up, shipping them off. The process. Very, very cool. With the credits on screen here. Link to those in the description. Millennium Print Group and PBM. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Thanks guys for tuning in. Let me know what you think. If there's anything cool that you noticed here that you thought was different than what you imagined, let me know. Join the Discord. See you guys next time. Bye.